So today we are going to discuss one of the questions from the paper for MA for HR, and is from the year 2017. This question is related to the concept of functions and function notation. So let's read the statement. So the first statement says that the function f and g are given, such that fx is this and gx is this, and the a part they are saying that what state the values of x that must be excluded from any domain of f, and they want the terms or the numbers which must be excluded from the domain of f. So in that case, what we need to do is we need to observe the function fx, and in that case we have to see that either my variable x is coming in the numerator or denominator. If your variable is coming in the denominator, like in this case it is coming in the denominator as this one, so you have to just place this denominator equals to 0. So x plus 5 when placed equal to 0, I will get a specific value of x, that x will be equals to -5. So that is the value which must be excluded from the domain of this function. The reason is if I place -5 here, my answer would be 1 upon 0, and which will be a mathematical error, and it will give you an undefined answer. So you will say that x is equals to -5 must be excluded. Now in some cases the questions might come that you have to check in such a way that the values greater than -5 or less than -5 are possible or not. It's just giving you an information. So for that, in your upper column you can cross check that if -5 is not possible, is there any option for -4 or -3, or is there any option for negative let's say 6 and -7. So you will simply just plug in the values in the function and you will check that is it possible or not. For example, if I check for -7, so it becomes -7 plus 5, and my answer would be 1 upon -2. So yes, it is possible. Similarly, if I cross check for -3, it will be 1 upon -3 plus 5, it is 1 upon 2. Yes, it's possible. So mean all the values greater than -5 and less than -5 are possible, but -5 cannot be included, so this has to be excluded from the domain of f. So that's the concept here. Okay, in the b part they are saying that find g10, and g10 means they are trying to work on the function gx. So what we are going to do is we are going to take the function first, that my function is gx, which is given as 2x plus 3. Now he wants g10. G10 means basically in the place of x he needs the input to be 10. So I will place the input of x to be 10, and I will see what's the answer I get. So I will solve it, and 20 plus 3 will result in 23. So we will say that g10 is basically equals to 23. That would be our answer. Okay, now moving on, they are saying that calculate gf minus 7. Gf minus 7, this one. So gf minus 7 means this is a combination of both the functions g and f. So the best way to write them is to first of all write the first function as it is, and then let's see what they are demanding. So g of x means we will write a g function first, that gx is equals to 2x plus 3. Now I will start making the functions. Now he's saying gf. Gf means that in the place of x he wants the function f to be placed like this. So I will take 2 as it is, and in the place of x I will write the function whichever is given. The function given is 1 over x plus 5 plus 3, like this. Now this is what I have done till here, but no need to simplify it because we need to find out the exact value. So I will move on and I will see that what's next is my asking. He's saying that after making out the combining g and f, you need to place an input of -7. So I will simply plug in the function wherever is x. I will take -7 plus 5 plus 3, and if I further solve it, I can see that it will result in 1 upon -7 plus 5. Let's give me 1 upon -2 plus 3, and 2 can be cancelled, so -1 plus 3 will result in 2. So I will say according to your given situation, gf minus 7 is equals to 2. That should be your answer. So that's how you need to solve such questions. Okay, so the last part is telling me about express the inverse function G inverse. He wants a G inverse in the form G inverse X. So basically he's asking for the inverse function and inverse function of Gx. So I need to write Gx first, and I can see here that Gx is equals to 2x plus 3. So I will write it. Now there are three basic steps to make the inverse of any given function. First step, so if you will memorize it step by step, it will become easy for you. For example, if you make the first step is that whatever function is given, you place it equals to y, like y is equals to 2x plus 3. First step. Second step is whatever you have got after replacing the function with y, you have to change the variables. You can replace y with x, and you have to replace x with y, like this. And the last step is that if you move on, you need to make y the subject. So if you want to make y the subject, what you will do, you will take 3 on this side, you will keep it as it is, and then you will take 2 to the other side, it will get divided like this. And the last, once you have done all of these 3 steps, you will just replace y with inverse. You will replace this y with inverse, and you will say that the function have been inversed, right? But in this case the function is not f, it's basically g. So you will write that my function was gx, so I have find out the g inverse x, which is equals to x plus 3 upon 2. So that has to be your final answer. So if you memorize these 3 steps, it would be easy for you to solve it. So yes, you will show your working and you will say that this is the g inverse x. So I hope the concept is clear. So I will see you next time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.